Hi guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Selena. So in this video I want to show you a simple and easy tutorial on how you can draft this off-shoulder top that has an elastic on its shoulders and also this type of elastic. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to draw a straight line, and this is going to be my normal shoulder line. After that, I'm going to mark my chest line, which is 8.5 inches. So this is the mark right here. After that, I'm going to mark 19 inches. This is going to be the length of the top. And I'm just going to place a straight line across these 2 points. So on the normal shoulder line, I'm going to drop down with 5 inches. This is going to be my off shoulder line. 5 inches is usually a standard measurement. Also, you can use 6 inches depending on how low you want your off shoulder to be. And I'm just going to mark a straight line across it. After marking the off shoulder line, what I have is the normal shoulder line. I have the off shoulder, I have the chest line, and also the length of this top. So on my shoulder line, I'm using 15 divided by 2 inches will give me 7.5. That's what I'm marking right there. And I'm going to come in 2 inches inwardly on the normal shoulder line because I want to get my off shoulder measurement. Coming inwardly with 2 inches will give me 5.5 inches. This is the carryover I'm going to take to my off shoulder line and just mark 5.5 inches. And on my chest line, I'll use my bust measurements. 34 divided by 4 will give me 8.5 inches. I'm going to add 1 inch for the sewing. This top does not have a dot, so I'm not leaving any allowance for the dot. On the length line, I'll be using the measurements for my waist. Okay, 28 divided by 4 will give me 7 inches. And I'm going to add 1 inch for the sewing as this top does not have a dot. So there's no need to leave any allowance for the dot. So I'm marking 7 inches right there. And I'm going to add 1 inch for the sewing. Right here, I'm going to mark 16 inches. This is my waist line, just to show you if you want to also include your waist measurements on this drafting, you can equally do that. But it will have the same measurements that are on my length line. I'm going to draw a straight line across this. 28 divided by 4 inches is going to give me 7, adding 1 inch for the allowance, and I have the same measurements on my length line and also for my waist. So I'm going to join the off shoulder point to the chest line point to come up with their armhole. I'm just going to mark it like this, as you can see right here. After that, I'm going to join the rest of these points together. I'm now going to cut out this piece. Remember, we're cutting it from the off shoulder line because we don't need the upper part. After cutting out this piece, the next thing I'm going to do is on this fabric, I'm going to draft the back part of the off shoulder, and I'm marking it 1 inch away from the start point. This is going to be the zip allowance. I'm using a very stretchy fabric. This is where I'm leaving only 1 inch for the zip, but you can use 1.5 inch, or also you can equally use 2 inches. So after marking the zip allowance, I'm just going to place the front draft onto this fabric and cut it out, and this is going to be my back part of this off shoulder top. So this is my front and also my back pieces of this off shoulder drafting. And for the front part of this piece, I'm going to drop down with 1 inch because this is the type of neckline that I want. I'm going to drop down with 1 inch, and then I'm going to just connect it to this upper part of this top and just cut it out. So this is how the front part now looks like, but as for the back part, I will leave it precisely the way it is, but you can put whatever type of neckline you want for both parts of these bodies pattern. What you see right here is I have cut out the facings for this drafting that I'll be using later on, and I'm going to show you. But for now, I want to show you how I'm going to cut the armhole for this off shoulder, okay? So this is an elastic type of shoulder, so you're going to need a little bit more of fabric than what you would usually use. So I have folded this fabric twice because I want to cut the left and the right sleeves together at the same time. So what I'm doing right now is I'm going to trace out the armhole for my basic bodice pattern right on this fabric because the armholes are the same. So I'll just trace it out and get the armhole measurements for my sleeves. After cutting out the sleeves, this is what I have for the left side and also for the right side of the sleeve. With the facings, I'm just showing you how I'm going to sew them on the sewing machine by just placing these pins right there. I will do the same for the back part. After sewing the facing to the drafts, this is how it looks like. So coming to the sleeves on how I'm going to attach them to this strap, I'm just going to show you right here. So the normal measurement for the circumference of this round sleeve I usually use is 4 inches, but because this is an elastic type of sleeve pattern, I'm going to add some extra inches. You can double it, or depending on how you want the volume to be. Elastic is going to be folded like this, okay? So I'm going to make a sewing right here of about 1/2 inch, and also for the bottom part about 1/2 inch. After sewing the two parts, this is how they look like, and I'm now going to show you how I'm going to place my elastic. I'm going to measure for the upper part. I'm going to measure 8 inches right there and just cut it out. 8 inches for the upper part, and also for the down part, I'm going to measure 9 inches. So this all depends on how big or small your bicep is. So for me, 8 and 9 inches are working out for me. So on how to place this elastic into the sewing I just made, I'm going to use this pin as you can see right here. I'm just going to pin it to this elastic, and I'm going to use this to put into the sewing that I just made. I find this a very simple and easy method, so you can also do the same. So just look at what I'm doing right here. I'm going to push this pin inside here and drawstring it as you can see right there. So when it gets to this point, I'm going to use a pin just to mark it right there so that the elastic does not move forward inside, okay? So you need it to stick out right there like that, and continue with the drawstring. After getting my desired elastic sleeve, which is 4 inches, I'm just going to mark it right there, and also I'm going to put a pin on this side that I have just finished so that the elastic does not move away or inside of this drawstring. Go ahead. After finishing this, I will do the same thing for the bottom part of this sleeve, precisely the same method that I did for the upper part of the sleeve. So for the bottom part, I'm using 5 inches, and this is how the sleeve looks like with both elastics for the bottom and also for the top part. After that, I will now show you how I'm going to attach this sleeve to the armhole of this draft. So I'm going to place the right side and right side first in each other, as you can see right there, and I'm just going to place pins to show you how I'm going to do the stitching and the sewing on the sewing machine. So I will do the same thing for the other side of the sleeve pattern. And this is how my sleeves looks like, and I'm going to just make a sewing there. And also for the right side of the sleeve, I will equally do the same process I did for the first sleeve. After attaching both sleeves to the top, this is how it looks like. So as for the back part, I'm now going to take out these pins and sew the zip where it's supposed to be placed. I hope you learned something from this tutorial. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel, turn on your notification bells, and thank you.